Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Office Lovers, and we are in the best ending for Kaido. Sorry, I had to move my screen. So we got to everything except for the, ending in the last part, and we got to the best ending screen. I had to click to get us to the first card like this, just because it wouldn't let me save on that, title card thing. So, anyway, you didn't miss anything. It's just me having to click so I could save. But anyway, so we're gonna do our best end, woohoo, and then we'll go back to our good end, and then do our 2 other scenarios or whatever. So we might get through that in this part. It might be into the next part. I'm not sure. We'll see. So we'll just see what happens. Anyway, I'm actually just a little sad that his route is shorter than everybody else's by far so far. What the hell? What the hell? Not cool. Cause this is what I expected them to all be like this. Sure, just get the debauchery in, forget the other random side story shit, and man, whatever. Anyway, got here a little early, it looks like. It was the release date for the Christmas kit. Mr. Kaido and I had decided to go around to the stores to see how it was going. I had come from my house, but Mr. Kaido still had some work to finish and would meet later. I'm 30 minutes early. Guess I got a little too excited. I was just thinking of heading into the cafe to kill time when... Oh, if it isn't Spacey! Oh, Mr. Otori! It'd be better almost to do his path next, but I want to end on his. Because I just have I don't know, between him and Mahiro, I like him better. So I'd rather end on him. Because, Mahiro doesn't seem that bad, but in the very beginning when we went down it was you're kind of a little clingy and weird. Maybe he's not that bad. Maybe I'm just so Stockholmed into, these guys that now I'm I don't know, maybe Mahiro's not that bad. Mr. Otori isn't that... Wait, they're all bad! Mr. Otori just hasn't played his hand yet, and I'm waiting for that mystery. I'm waiting for that, and I'm really hoping we play his route. It's and this is the worst one! Cage, I'm just thinking, is he the Toma? They're all the fucking Toma. Who am I kidding? Anyway. But it just seems like it would flow, after Kaido's route to do Mr. Otori, but I want to end on his, because I just feel like his would be a better one to end on than Mahiro, so we'll do Mahiro next. Anyway. I suddenly noticed Mr. Otori standing in front of me, smiling. Hello there! What a coincidence to run into you here! Oh, did you forget already? We planned this, remember? We talked about going to see how the kits were selling today. What? I had no recollection of this. When did we plan this? Well, that is, the color drained from my face, and my mind went blank. You're just precious. He giggled. What? Sorry, I was just joking. I couldn't help myself. It was just a coincidence. You just look so fancy, I thought you were waiting for someone. So I decided to try and trick you into telling me if I was right or not. Didn't think my guess would be right, though. You smiled devilishly, and I blushed. Jesus Christ. You don't know who we're fucking. You were just teasing me? I said I was sorry. Oh, come on, don't pull that face. Now she's being all that. She'd be wait, what, we did? I'm kidding. Oh my god, you had me fooled there. That's not a joke to get what, you were teasing me? All distraught over. But I imagine her being you were teasing me? All distraught over that, but when he sexually harassed you earlier, it was hey, that's not cool, but I'll just let it go. Okay, I admit in this path she was a little less about letting it go, but... Bird, your feet look blue. Are you cold? Your toes look purple. It looks like your toes are freezing. Yeah, you probably shouldn't have taken a tubby bath when it's fucking cold. It's fucking cold. It's snowing up north. My mom drove up north. I mean, this is only a few days. This is literally... I'm so fucking behind on recording. I'm not even kidding. She's in pictures, there's snow out there. And I'm I kept hearing people on Facebook and things talk about snow, and I was they're crazy. It's only November. But it's really fucking cold today. And it's wet, so it's even colder, but it's cold. So I can imagine how cold it is up north. Holy shit. It's Well, it's like fall just started. It's like, hey, it's fall. Never mind, it's winter. But I don't like winter, and I also don't like summer. But then you're like, look, it's spring, not summer. Fuck. You blink and you miss it. I want the seasons to be more like The Sims, where they're at least the same length, and not, spring is a day, and fall is a day, and winter is 16 months, and summer is 400 years. This is not cool. I like fall and spring. If those could start taking over and, like, fuck up summer and winter, that'd be great. But no, summer and winter have to take over everything. Sorry, that was a random rant. But seriously, snow. Anyway. I was like, where did that even come from? Right, birds' toes are cold. They do. It's probably because there's shadows on them, but they look blue like he's freezing. They're not. They're not blue. He's fine. But anyway. You ruined your makeup. And whose fault would that be? Your own for being a dumb fuck. I swallowed that comeback and he stared at me. What? He's gonna make fun of me again, I can tell. Oh my god. Here's the thing. Yes, they all make fun of you and they're all assholes. Fucking go find another job. Like, seriously. Because this is just not a good work environment. I stepped back a bit as I fearfully asked, and he narrowed his eyes. But you really do look gorgeous tonight. Huh? Gorgeous? Me? When you first joined us at the company, you were so innocent and cute. But ever since you were selected to be on the project, this project, you've grown so much. And just when I was about to try and get you all to myself, I was too late. Couple pads. Mr. Otori, he smiled sadly. I didn't know how to respond, so I remained quiet. Seriously, though, like... I mean, it's not creepy, but it is. Like, oh, I would have taken you if you weren't already taken. That's a little weird I didn't ask. But also, that's probably the least offensive thing anyone's done to me in this game. Ken. Fucking asshole. I mean, aside from the men we're dating. I'm talking about, like, they've all been asshole, and we just know this. But, like, the side pieces over here doing crazy fucking shit to get us to like them. Like, the random dude, like, stalking us to get back at Saijo. Well, that was fucking weird. Or Ken just being a fucking creepy stalker bitch, but like, but I love you, Spacey! Fuck you, Ken! Never forget. Hashtag never forget. Ken and Toma are now. See, it used to be like, don't be the Toma. Don't be a Ken! Toma just got one-upped by Ken. You really have become so pretty, because I was a fucking toad before. What the fuck? Thank you. I lowered my head and he laughed. Well, anyway, congratulations on the successful launch of Love's Beginnings Christmas kit. It seems like it's been selling well since stores opened this morning. Really? Yeah, I got curious myself and headed around to a few stores in the area. Apparently, it's outselling our competitors like crazy. The kit is a huge success. But I knew it would be once we had you on the team. He winked at me and I couldn't help but blush. Why? Because you let your dick make the decision for you and you just happened to luck out that I did a good job is all I'm saying. Because, like, I wouldn't trust her with a thing. Like, she didn't... I mean, okay. Normally, she seems to actually have decent ideas. But also, she's so fucking derpy and, like, dense when I go, like, don't touch me! No! Okay, I love you. Oh my god. So I'm not sure how she comes up with good ideas because she's pretty stupid. So I don't... They wanted to try to make her well-rounded. We'll make her really stupid and do whatever the men say. But we'll have her come up with good ideas so she doesn't seem totally useless. But... okay. And because of this success, I've decided to let you guys handle the next project. I'm expecting more of the same from you. You just want me on all these projects with Kaido so we can never date. He's like, exactly. Good luck. Thank you. All my hard work has paid off. He's going to let me work on the next project. I'm going to make our next project an even bigger success than this one. Oh, by the way, Spacey, they really just... Yes? Still on the high of being offered my next project, I practically sang my reply. Yes! Here you go. You're welcome. Oh my god, they're really... Tim, Jesus. Fucking figure it out. It's about that rule. that no dating team members rule. Well, for the time being, today marks an endpoint. So I was thinking I would reverse that rule soon. Let me ask you just one thing. Suddenly, he's all I can see as he pulls me into his warm embrace. Mr. Oteri? Yeah, this feels nice. Too bad I couldn't get to it first. What the hell are you doing? She actually swore at him. What? I'm giving you a big hug, obviously. Yeah, but your hands are groping my ass and your tongue's in my ear. I would have hated myself if I hadn't gotten to hold you at least once like this. This should be like creepy and awkward and weird, but like I just, compared to some of the other shit that's happened, I'm like, I've just become unfazed by it. You know. So just quiet that pretty mouth of yours and let me hold you. That's a little douchey. Hold me? But please let me go. Not on your life, young lady. I squirmed, trying to wrench myself out of his vice grip, but he only held me tighter. Ugh, this is so awkward, being held like this in front of all these people, by your boss no less, when you don't want it. It's so awkward that people are staring at me as I'm struggling to get free of my boss who's holding me and won't let me go. Yeah, the awkward part is the people looking at you. Sure. But again, I'm not complaining. Maybe because I like Oteri. I don't know. See, he's starting to show his true colors, but again, I'm just so at this point, I'm like, you know what? Nothing surprises me. I tried to fight him off, but he was too strong. When I was panting from exhaustion, you did a good job, kid. I mean it. I know I've been strict with you, but once this project is over, you're free to show it off. Huh? He had whispered those words in my ear, and when I looked up, he smiled gently. This defeat does sting a little, though. Saying that, he dropped his arms and let me go. But you are terrible, you know that? I told you very specifically at the beginning of this, not to fall in love with anyone but me. And to think it would be Kaido of all people. I thought we'd been hiding it so well up to this point, but he knew all along. Yeah, because he has cameras everywhere and probably in that hotel. I'm just saying. Maybe I chose the wrong man for you to be partnered with. No, because the other ones chose us. Or we chose them, anyway. But those other kids are just so obvious, though. I thought Kaido would be the best bet, but I'm curious as to how we're going to partner with him when we get to that part, but anyway. Mr. Oteri, I'm sorry I broke your rule. It's fine. Kaido's a good guy. It's understandable why this happened. Yeah, he kind of forced me into it, but... I mean, that's what they all do, and whatever. Though all I really want to do is steal you back. But as long as you keep it in check, there's nothing I can do about it. He looked off into the distance, and I followed his line of sight. Possession. Mr. Oteri had been staring at my nails. It was the polish Mr. Kaido had given me. After all, it's not like I'm oblivious to the name of that polish. Jeez, pretty ballsy of Kaido to do something so openly rebellious. A wry smile cracked his mouth. No, I really feel like him being like, possession on your nail. I feel like that's totally him. Like, I would put a fucking dog collar on you and walk you around on a leash if I could. He probably could, though. She's dumb enough to go for it. Well, you know the saying. Three's a crowd, right? I'll be on my way. He waved a goodbye and then disappeared into the throng of people. Mr. Oteri, I won't let you down. I don't think that's what you wanted to say. I won't let you down. I'll hit our next project out of the park. My phone buzzed. Oh, a text. It's from Mr. Kaido. I can understand you calling him by his drop and calling him Kaido, but could you drop the mister? You're having sex with him now, and that's really weird. I'm gonna be late. He's probably busy with work. I sent him a text back saying it was okay, then put the phone back into my bag. He's probably busy with work. But I sent him back saying it was okay. Did you not read the text? It's not quite closing time yet, but I wonder how much longer he'll be. But I guess it isn't that cold out. I'll just wait out here. I leaned against a light post and waited for Mr. Kaido to come. He still isn't here. The sun had set and the area had gotten dark. The crowd was starting to thin out. Best ending. He abandons us. That's tragic. 7 already? Well, at least the store is still open. Who closes at 7? It had been an hour since I got that text, and there had been nothing since. I thought about mailing him, but I was more worried I'd only delay his work more. I wonder if he's still at the office. Something might have happened. Today was the release date for the Christmas kit. We had done everything perfect, preparing for today. I wonder if there was an accident. What should I do? Maybe I should head to the office. But I'm afraid we might pass each other on the way out. Well, if he isn't there, I'll call him. If something has really happened, then I'd like to be there to help. All right, I'll head over now. With that decision, I began to walk away. Then a voice fell to my ear. I do that all the time, though, when I go, all right, I'll head on over. And I say it out loud. I'm kidding, I don't. I talk to myself, but... What is this? You're giving up on me? It was a familiar voice. Mr. Kaido! I turned around to the voice and found Mr. Kaido. No one had been there a moment ago. I didn't even notice you there. When did you get here? About an hour ago? A second ago. Then you should have said something. I assumed you were still at the office. I was about to head over there. Was everything okay at work? Yeah, let's go. Oh, okay. But, where are we going exactly? The store is down this street. Got a call from sales. They told us to drop by the stores tomorrow instead. The stores are swamped right now, so they wouldn't have time to meet with us. This way. Come on. Right. He turned away and walked off. I scrambled to keep up. Mr. Kaido, why are we here? He brought me back to the hotel we had spent the night at before. It hadn't been that long ago, but work had gotten so busy we hadn't been back. And he needs to get off, so lay down, shut up, and let him do his thing. Just kidding. That's just basically what the game's gonna tell you, but whatever. The memory of that night was still so fresh in my mind. I began to remember things about that night, and I began to feel hot. Why? Ask your face. Huh? My face? He had no clue what he was talking about, but he just gave a cruel laugh. The faces you were making while you were waiting for me. You want me so bad. Jesus. What? And then when you saw me, it was like a dog seeing his master. You jumped at me. We are his pet, I mean, seriously. Were you lonely there all by yourself? Hey! I made no such face. I didn't call or text or anything. I was worried. I see. He placed his jacket on the chair and moved towards me on the bed. He put one knee to the side of the bed, grabbed my chin and lifted it. Put one knee on the side of the bed. Okay. So then are you saying you didn't want me at all? Of course not. I want you day and night. Something. I don't know. Whatever. Please. Make sure you make me bark and beg. Wait, no, that's creepy. He would do it, though. I'm not really sure. Don't make me read that. Huh? Are you seriously going to sit there and tell me you don't want me right now? I mean, I'm part of her, so yes, don't listen to what she says. Because, I mean, she never listens to me. She was like, no, girl, get the fuck out of here. Girl, run, quit this job, go work somewhere else. And she never does. She always works here and gets abused and, like, whatever. But, like, we're supposed to like it. We kind of do, a little bit. It's wrong. Want you? Yes, you do. He was so close. I could feel his breath on me. A soft ambient light from the window cast shadows on his face. It wasn't like the time we spent at work. Seeing him loosen his tie, I remembered that night, and I began to feel hot. My body now flushed. See? How are you feeling now? His quiet, intoxicating voice sent shivers through my body. Unable to bear it anymore, my lips parted. He smirked and brought his face close. He's going to kiss me. He's going to do a lot more than that, sweet cheeks. I have been waiting for this. I closed my eyes, but... What the... I closed my eyes and waited, but I found no lips to meet my own. Girl, then you need to force kiss him then. I curiously opened my eyes. I found him just inches away from my lips, frozen in place. Oh my god, he is such a sexual torturer. Mr. Kaido? Even though I begged him with my voice, he remained still, not moving a centimeter. Girl, you take the initiative here. His eyes, usually shining from fun, were now glinting mischievously. What? You were flapping your mouth like a hungry goldfish. Did you want something? I'm sorry. She was not over there making that face. Come on, nobody does that. That's awkward and creepy and weird, and you should leave if that's what she was doing, because gross. If you want something, try putting it into words and demand it. You know what, girl? Just grab him and fucking kiss him. Huh? I know, she's tiring for me and Kaido. Like, we're both like, look, just show you how it's done. And they'll be like, but now you're not going to treat me like a dog. You're going to be mine. My dog. Yeah, that's right. You beg, goddammit. As he spoke, our lips brushed tenderly. I want more. I wanted that sweet burn he always gave me. I pressed myself to him. Well, well. My jaw still in his hands, he began to squeeze and push me away a bit. You're just like a dog. You really can't help yourself, can you? Naughty girl. Jesus. He pulled his lips further from my own and breathed a sigh. You look positively desperate for it. I think this is the only way he has to make himself feel good about himself, is like by degrading you. And he's like, oh, thank God, because like otherwise, you just don't want to admit that you're a nice, sweet, no, you're not. You're a horrible person. What are you talking about? You aren't going to deny it, are you? He's a terrible person. I thought maybe he'll be an asshole and then he'll change, but no, he's just a terrible person. I still love him though. Like he's still one of my favorites. My favorite so far. You are such an asshole. But see, usually the glasses asshole is redeeming and they're nice and soft and sweet. And you're like, oh, it's okay. We fix you. He just stays the asshole the whole time. So I guess props for, keeping your character consistent. Like, I don't know. Embarrassed, I bit my lip. You'll never get used to men, will you? Making yourself blush like that, getting yourself misty-eyed. You want me. We both know you do. But you can't just come out and say it. But how could I ever? You have a voice, right? Use it. Just being with him makes my heart pound. So much so it feels like it hurts sometimes. How could I ever say those words to him when I'm like this all the time? Fuck me now, Kaido. I'm just guessing that's a good thing to say. Something like that. Come on. Be a good girl. Just say it. What do you want? What do you want me to do to you? If you can't say it. He took my hand and kissed my nails, painted in his possession. Well, if you're going to be this way. After that, he slowly opened his mouth and... Mr. Kaido? Oh my god, he's got my fingers in his mouth. It's like, wait, what? I was hoping she just accosted him with a kiss. That's what I was going for, and then I was like, wait, what? Stop it! I have nail polish on. No, you don't. If you really want me to stop, then say it like you mean it. If you don't, I'm going to keep going. Your fingers are so cold. Let me warm them up for you. Yeah, they're gonna get all sticky with saliva, though. That's kind of gross. I am not, no. I am not making slurpy, kissy, like, fingers and mouth noises. Not gonna do it. His tongue wrapped around my fingers. His mouth was so hot. I tried to pull my hand away, but he caught my wrist and stayed me. His tongue found its way to the base of my fingers, and I yelped. Mr. Kaido! His tongue continued to work around my fingers, and I tried to control my ragged breath. Mr. Kaido, kiss me, please. Embarrassed, I closed my eyes and practically screamed it. Hearing my words, he at last relinquished my hand from his tongue. So you can say it. Well, you were... the stuttering and the... okay, it's not like this is the first time, and it's awkward and strange. You've had sex with him already, girl. Just fucking... And it's not like you're like, I don't know if I want to kiss him. You're like, fuck it. You know what? You could have just grabbed him by his collar and fucking force kissed him. That's what you should have done. God. What? He's going to be like that. I think we can be like that back. All's fair, right? Anyway. He breathed a sigh onto my still wet fingers, and I quivered. Blaming others, are we? But you... He was only touching my fingers. Why was my body responding this much? Not able to think at the moment, my stuttering nonsense was all that came out. Noticing my incapacity, he traced my lips with his fingers, enjoying the sensation. Fine. I'll give you a treat for a job well done. A treat? Are you going to kiss me? Yes. I stared at him in my hazy state. Where do you want me to kiss you? Oh dear God, I don't want to read this. Where? Just like on the night ages ago. I wanted that sweet burning all over my body. I don't want to read this. Oh God, this is so awkward. I know I asked for this. I'm like, I want the debauchery, but I like the other thing. Like, he throws her to, okay, so we know what they did, but I didn't have to read all the awkward, sexy talk. Oh, dear God. But where I wanted it the most, sweet Jesus, girl, be careful what you say. My mouth. Okay, thank God. I was like, oh God, there's so many things that could go wrong here. Good girl. You should have thrown him a fucking wild left-hand turn and said something else. And he would be like, wait, what? And you'd be like, ah! His fingers moved from my lips to my chin. He urged my chin up, and I did as I was told. He brought his handsome face close to mine, just like before. Your wish is my command. I closed my eyes, and he at last planted his lips onto mine. Now she's moaning. Okay, fine. He chewed my lips softly, breathed into me, and snuck his tongue inside. That just sounds... Snuck his... God, sometimes the choice of phrasing is like, that just sounds awkward. As our kiss began to ramp up in passion and heat, I heard the soft sound of clothing moving against skin. Then the sound of clothes crumpling on the floor. You couldn't feel the clothes crumpling? I mean, you know. Thank God. Okay, that's good. See, that's like the clothes crumpling on the floor. Ooh, sexy time's happening, but I don't have to read about his hands touching me. No, don't touch me there. Dear God, why? The next day, after the night at the hotel, you could have ended there, though. I don't care about the rest of this plot. That's all I'm saying. Mr. Kaido and I went around to the stores currently selling our polish. Mr. Otori came by. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he knew about us. Not pretty sure. He did know. I'm pretty sure he knew because he said that we were dating. So it's like he absolutely knew. Anyway, hearing this, Mr. Kaido pushed his glasses up his face with his index finger. I see. So that absolutely idiotic rule has finally been put to rest. But when could he have found out? There's cameras fucking everywhere. He said that once the project is all over, we can show it off. We won't have to hide. Truth be told, I felt a little guilty about having broken that rule. He didn't give a fuck. The rule was arbitrary and stupid. It looks like he's going to overlook it, but the two of us should go apologize anyway. Oh my God. You can't date anyone unless it's me. Really? You took that seriously? I would be like, seriously? But Mr. Kaido, really want to? No, because it was a stupid rule. Huh. He let a curious laugh slip from his lips. What are you laughing at? You do know that if he changes his mind, he can force us apart, right? It's not that. He's not the kind to change his mind once he's decided something. As long as our romance entanglements don't impede our work, he won't say anything. Our romantic entanglements don't impede our work. It's never impeded my work before, even when I've had sex in the conference room. That, I meant in the other paths, because I just realized, I'm like, that makes it, no, weird. I guess it was a little different this time with you on board, though. But as long as I had you close on my leash, it wasn't an issue. On your leash? I'm not your dog! Yes, you are. You're his bitch. Sorry. Would you prefer my cat? Stupid cat. That's not what I'm talking about. I glared up at him, but he only laughed. But as far as you're concerned, you don't have to worry your pretty little head. I've been warned once before, though. Huh? Warned? About what? Fucking all the women in the office? Remember that night we stayed past midnight after that bit of trouble? You mean the time we were there till 4 a.m.? Oh yeah, the manufacturer trouble, right? I remember. After you went home, Mr. Otori came by the office. He did? Now that I think about it, I did see him outside that night. He also drove you home! Or maybe he didn't. He had his car. My car is over there. So he might have a driver. He might be that fancy. So maybe his car took you home. Wasn't him. It was his. Okay. Okay. I can. Okay. All right. All right. I'll give her points for not like. Oh, that's true. I did see him. He took you. Well, he gave you his car. Anyway. Still. What did he want to talk about? Work or? It wasn't work related. He basically warned me not to get involved with you. What? At those shocking words, I let out a high-pitched, hysterical cry. What? Ouch. My ears. I know, in my pride. Sorry, but he really said that? But then they make her derpy like this, like, and like, what? Like, I let out a high-pitched, hysterical noise. She's freaking out about the stupidest shit. It's like, oh, why are you so dumb? Ugh. Make me ashamed to have a vagina. Mr. Kaido, Mr. Otri and I have been in the same room so many times since that night. And they've been acting so nonchalant. I would have never guessed. Did he warn you that if you don't stop seeing me, he'd fire you? He's like, no! He remained silent and stared at me. After a moment, I'm not saying... He shut his mouth and looked away. What? Why not? I have to know. I grabbed his arm and shook. He finally sighed. Let go already. You're going to wrinkle my shirt. Then tell me. No. Just thinking about it pisses me off. What? He glowered at me. I immediately released his arm. But it's not fair. I was just as much a part of this as him. He should have told me. He puffed out my cheeks and scowled. He puffed out his cheeks and scowled, I'm assuming. Oh, I puffed out my cheeks and scowled. Okay. I'm not sure who puffed out whose cheeks and scowled, because whatever. What the hell are you doing? Is that your blowfish impression? No? Octopus? No, I'm not doing impressions. I'm mad at you for keeping that secret. I told him before that I wanted him to tell me everything, no matter how small. He obviously didn't listen to that. Still angry, he reached for me. He ruffled my head like I was a 5-year-old. No, he's petting you like a good dog. Mr. Kaido, what are you doing? We're about to visit stores. And? What of it? Don't pry into things that don't concern you. I'll fix everything. You just keep looking at me, got it? Remember, you're mine. Yes, I know. I have a dog collar and everything. He suddenly planted a kiss on me, silencing any further protests. So then that means you're mine, Mr. Kaido? He's like, no, that's not how dog ownership works. Yes, dogs, I would be, if you were a real dog, I would be your human, but I'm just your master, that's about it. Like, I can do whatever I want. He gave me a faint smile, then dropped his lips onto mine again. I think that meant yes, that's him avoiding the question. Best ending. Alright, so now we can do the, we have to do main, we go to chapter 8 to do the good ending. Okay, so now we... Oh, skip. Skip chapter 8! I don't know what we said. I've got the guide up so we know what answers to do, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. I think we shook our head no, right? We'll do the opposites. I'll just not. But fine then. Oh my, aren't you being a good little girl today? Well, I know that even if I say no, you'll never let me leave. In a pathetic attempt to cover my naked shoulders, I pulled the sheets up. Oh my god, shoulders. And I don't know if I'd want to. I'm totally exhausted. I can barely move. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, he's gonna get that smirk now. Maybe I was a bit too rough with you last night. We have work later today, so I'll be gentle with you this time. I couldn't say anything to this, and I had no cause to say no to him anymore. I almost wish we had said this the first time, because damn. I abandoned my body to his and let him take me away. Wow. Like, nod, I guess. He's like, oh, I was too rough with you. Well, hello. Wow. But I have to lie to them. They can't know. There's a no dating rule. As of last night, we were officially dating, but I still haven't even processed it yet. A boyfriend? So you do have one! Fuck you, Ken. Yes, actually, Ken's peremptory? Preemptories? I don't think that's right. Anyway, I had made my resolution crumble. Peremptory? I knew it. What? You're not being serious. Wait, for real? And then yada yada, same things. I lied. And I was like, a boyfriend? Yes, I do have one. Isn't that the same thing as fessing up? I mean, I clicked lied, didn't I? I don't know, anyway. He's hot. That man was just so hot. Oh, I see. I'd love to see such a handsome man. Well, he's right in front of me. I stared at him. He was enjoying this, I could tell. He smiled and offered me his hand. Spacey. Okay, already went through all that. I was happy. Which is normally our default answer. I was happy. I want you to possess me and hold me for a while. Just thinking that makes my heart pound. Fine. As long as you keep putting that polish on, I'll never let you go. But the second make sure I'm the only man you ever look at. After saying that, he pulled me in and leaned his face in close. Mr. Kaido! This morning, when our eyes met, did you understand what I said to you? No. No, I don't need to say it. Good ending. Passion on display. I'm assuming that if you go through the game and you get say the good ending, say this is the ending we originally got, right? Because we did bad with choices or something. Then I'm assuming the next time you do chapter 8, no matter what choices you do, it automatically gives you the best ending. Like, you know what I mean? It knows, like, you already got this, so we're going to give you the other one. Which is weird, but I kind of like that as opposed to, well, I got to go through and make every other choice and, like, you know what I mean? Skip through the whole game. It's a lot nicer, but passion on display. I don't know who's yelling, Spacey, over here! At a cafe near the office, someone called my name. I scanned the area. Oh, Mr. Saijo was sitting at a table facing the street. He smiled and waved. I was gonna guess Mahito, but so I would have been wrong. I knew it wasn't Kaido because he would have been like, he would have like snapped and here you go, clapped or something, shaking a bag of dog biscuits. I don't know. Hello, Mr. Saijo. Sorry for calling you in on your day off. No, it's fine. I was planning on stopping by the office today anyway, because I have no life. You said you had something you wanted to talk to me about? We ordered our drinks and got right into our conversation. Work on the Christmas kit has settled down a bit, so I wanted to chat a bit. How was it, working with Kaido, that is? As far as I could tell, it looked like you two were getting along pretty well. Now that I think of it, we already had a similar conversation ages ago. Thank you for all your concern. I was a little worried at first, but I've learned so much working with him. I'm so thankful I got the chance to do this, and him. I see. That's good to hear then. He let out a sigh, seemingly relieved. He scratched his cheek, awkward. Well, this is a little complicated for me, as your former boss and all. What is? You just seem so much more happier. So much happier. Than when you were working with me. It made me think I might have failed you, and that I didn't have what it took to help I didn't have what it took to help you. I did not have what it took to help you. No, I mean technically grammatic, but it sounds awkward. But it just sounds awkward. He gave me a sad smile and I furiously shook my head. No, but that's not true at all. I learned so much from my time spent working with you, Mr. Saijo. Until that job, I never had much interest in sales, but also I'm not fucking you. That's why I'm happy. If I was fucking my boss, I would... Oh, but I was really happy when I was fucking it. So, I mean, sure. Every day with you was so new, exciting, and rewarding. Jesus Christ, girl. You really took me under your wing back then. It changed my life. A little over the top. Thank you for that. I had fun working with you, too. It was fun, wasn't it? And then even when I moved to marketing, you continued to support me. And now we even got the chance to work on the same project. I owe so much to you, Mr. Saijo. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. I bowed my head in thanks, and he smiled, feeling embarrassed. Thank you. But the reason I called you here today was because I wanted to thank you, actually. Thank me? Yeah. I can't even imagine what he might want to thank me for, though. I looked at him curiously, and he simply stared back. It's about Kaido. Mr. Kaido? Yeah. I joined the company at the same time as Kaido. We've been working together a long time. It just seemed like he had lost his drive for the job a bit. I was worried. But ever since he started working on this project with you, it's like Kaido was back to his old self. Didn't What's-His-Face also tell us? I was like, didn't you already tell us this? No, but it was Hyoga that told us the same thing, basically. The old Mr. Kaido. Hadn't Mr. Hyoga mentioned something similar earlier? Okay, I'm not done. You were put in the sales department when you joined the company, right? Yes. I remember you showed me a bunch of your proposals back then. You remember that? Yeah. You were so busy, but you always took the time to check them for me. Wasting your time with my product proposals like that was so rude of me. Haha, don't even sweat it. You're fine and I wanted to have sex with you, so it didn't bother me a bit. I added some lines in there, But those proposals, to tell you the truth, I used them as my own ideas, and now I'm a millionaire. Do you want to have sex with me yet? I showed them to Kaido on occasion. You did what? You showed those crap proposals to Mr. Kaido? No wonder why he thinks we're an amateur. Like horrible kid doodle. Sorry, I had to adjust chords and shit. I thought those plans were so great back then. But now that I've worked a bit, I realize how bad they really were. Oh god, it's so embarrassing. I could never have sex with that man again. No wonder Mr. Kaido called me an amateur. I really was, wasn't I? And I'm sure he made... that's me. And I'm sure he made fun of them, called them amateur-level crap, and got mad. It was all too easy to imagine. My shoulders drooped. Whatever are you talking about? Quite the opposite, actually. Maybe he's jealous because we were doing a better job than him. Huh? He was very impressed. He praised the proposals and you for your drive. He's wanted to fuck us since before he knew us. Yeah, they all have. It's really kind of creepy. He even mentioned wanting you in the PR department. Mr. Kaido said that? Our Mr. Kaido? Those words shocked me. Mr. Saijo knitted his brow and nodded. It's true. He said it. And then after that, you were moved to marketing and he threw a fit. The marketing team leader is well known for being lazy as hell. He kept going on about how your talents were wasted there. He begged for you. He kept going on about how he'd make up for all the lost time and whip you into shape. No way. My mouth hung open, still in shock. I mean, like, everybody wants her in their department and because, like, oh, you're so awesome at your job and everybody wants to fuck her. I was literally going to be like, at least one of those. I want everybody to want me in their department because I'm amazing at my job. I really don't want people at work to want to fuck me because that's gross. And I'd be like, ew, no, gross, no. I just need a better job. So, like, if you could all just recognize my awesomeness and want me in your department, like, that'd be nice. Like, give me the praise I deserve. That's all I'm saying. Like, please don't, like, bleh. Quote unquote. Then again, maybe they all want her in their department so they could get in her pants. I don't know, but anyway. Mouth hung open, still in shock. When we first started working together, the only things out of his mouth were complaints. Is that really what he's been thinking all along? Is how he'd been so tough on me? I looked at Mr. Saijo doubtfully. Don't give me that look. It's true, I swear. Do you remember our conversation back when this project first started? I told you how I couldn't believe Kaido would fly off the handle at you. Yeah, I remember now. He's always so passive and pleasant with the other girls in the office. It's because he's in love with us. I didn't think he would actually whip you into shape. That's who he really is. His phone rang. His words were cut off by the shrill ring of the phone. Oops, gotta run. Sorry about this, Spacey. It's fine. It must be tough to be working on a day off like this. Me? You're the one about to go into the office. Are you going to work a bit with Kaido? Yes, actually. I'm pretty sure he's still there. All right, then. Oh, by the way, let's keep this conversation to ourselves. We don't need to tell Kaido. You mean I shouldn't ask him directly? No, absolutely not. I'm the one he's gonna get pissed at. Besides, all I wanted to do today was thank you. So mum's the word, got it? Got it. If he doesn't want me to ask, then there's not much I can do. I nodded and he picked up the check. I know you're busy and all, but thanks for stopping by. No, thank you. It was a productive discussion. Really wasn't, but okay. You're welcome. I'd love to train and look after an employee like you someday. You just want to have sex with her. Don't worry, there's be a new girl coming soon. Anyway, at work and at home. Oh, God, you had to take your dick out, didn't you? Like, I mean, we know that he wants to bone us, because obviously we've gone down his path, but, like, he kept it to himself at least. It's like at work and at home. What? Huh? What was that supposed to mean? Nothing. So see you bright and early Monday. Yeah, see ya. I waved him off and looked at the time. A little past 12. Mr. Kaido said he would be in the office in the morning. I'll go see if he's still there. I drank the last of my now cold milk tea and headed to the office. Hello? Oh, huh? Oh, Mr. Kaido, you're wearing a brown jacket and like a... It's not because he looks good in the blue color, but his hair's also blue. I know it's supposed to be black, but still. I'm just curious about this pink and purple, like, fucking sweater shit he's got going on. Take the coat off. I just want to see the purpley striped fucking goddamn cardigan. That's just what I want to see. At the entrance to our department, I stopped and watched him work. It was the same expression as every other day, earnestly staring at the computer. He's not in his usual suit. It was the first time I'd seen him so casual before. Girl. Okay, I get what you're saying. In casual clothing, he's still wearing a button-up shirt, though. Like a button-up collared shirt. But, you've seen him naked, so you've seen him as casual as he could fucking possibly get. He was a little dressed down, but it suited him well. He was looking good. And maybe it was the conversation I just had with Mr. Saijo, but I felt a little embarrassed. I never knew Mr. Kaido had such a high opinion of me. Half of my embarrassment was stemming from his attire, and the other that conversation. Not allowing my gaze to be broken, I entered the room. Oh, it's you. Oh my god. Take the jacket off. I want to see this cardigan. It's adorable. I finally looked up at me, still standing in the doorway. Yeah, still working hard, I see. What were you staring at just now? I want to see this goddamn blue and purple cardigan on you. It's like a bluey... No, that's just normal blue. But there's almost... And then this is like pink, but the cuffs looked kind of purple. Like, I don't know. There's just a lot of color going on and I like it. Well, I was fascinated by your clothes, actually. But I could never tell him that. And I couldn't tell him about what Mr. Saijo said. What should I say? So that's how it is. I racked my brain trying to come up with a good excuse, but he only grinned. I'd be like, I'm just shocked to see you so casual. No tie. He wasn't wearing his usual suit. He's still wearing a brown jacket. He's just not wearing a fucking tie, and he's got a cardigan on. You were staring at my clothes, weren't you? How did he know? Seriously, I'd have been staring at him in a suit, because, like, men in suit are fine. Like, men in suits are fine. Especially if you're wearing, like, a three-piece suit. Please motherfucking put the goddamn waistcoat on. That shit's hot. Judging by that dumb look on your face, I hit the nail on the head. I know, we have such a dumb face. Although, it's kind of mean that you constantly say our face is dumb. Well, truth be told, it wasn't the only reason. But I had promised Mr. Saijo I wouldn't say. And speaking of that promise to Mr. Saijo... Mr. Kaido, thank you. What's up with you? It's weird suddenly being thanked like that. I just wanted to thank you. That's all. Thank you for being concerned about me even before we were partners. I couldn't say it out loud, but I smiled and bowed my head in thanks. You're so weird. I am, actually. She is fucking beyond weird, but I'm weird. He looked at me curiously, totally confused. It was a face I didn't see often. What? Oh, it's nothing but that stupid face you're making. I've never seen him look so bewildered before. It's pretty adorable, actually. Those clothes coupled with that face, it's all just so rare. I feel like I've won the jackpot. Whatever. If you've come to do work, then get to it already. Okay. That's right. I came here to take care of some of the paperwork that's been building up. Oh, we have plans to eat dinner together after work, so I need to get this stuff done. I went to my seat and immediately began to work. But no matter how much I try and throw myself into work, he's still on my mind. See, they're like purpley colored. After finishing a bit of work, I stealthily drew my gaze to him. Looks like you can't focus over there. No, I'm fine. Liar. He wasn't looking over at me. How did he know? I heard the click of heels against the floor. As I came closer, I felt myself grow tense. I know they mean the heels of his, dress shoes, but it just sounds like, is he wearing high heels? Damn. Because, most people, when they go casual, they don't throw on the fucking heels, but... The footsteps stopped just behind me, and I heard the rustling of clothes. Let's not do dinner tonight. No! My ear tickles. Mr. Kaido had delicately placed his lips to my ear. And that was a rather prompt reply. Well, yeah, I had been looking forward to it. He breathed a sigh into my neck, and my body shivered. Even though he wasn't touching me, it felt like he was embracing me when he was this close. His sweet cologne wafted into my senses, and I closed my eyes. The chair buckled beneath me. My hands were pushed to the desk, and Mr. Kaido had trapped me in his arms. Mr. Kaido, I can't work like this. That's the point. But I'm not holding you. You can move just fine, can't you? Well, yes, I suppose. But now I was more interested in Mr. Kaido, right behind me, than anything work-related. Finish your work. If you don't, then we'll have to cancel our plans. I plucked up the last bit of will I had and managed to work a little bit. You're not focused. It's really fucking hard when you're trying to, Never mind. This is impossible. I can't work with the man I love staring at me like this. My hand still on the keyboard, I froze. He sighed heavily. So this is how you react when someone is staring at you while you work, huh? I'm sorry. The fact that you're completely incapacitated just from this is proof that you're overly self-conscious. No, I just can't stop thinking about you having sex with me on the desk, that's all. It's just, I would normally be thinking about that. That's not true. And besides, no one can actually do a day's work like this. Is that so? Well then, let's give it a try. You win. After switching roles, me doing the same to him, he had barely flinched. He was fine. So then why was it that when he did the same to me, I couldn't keep my cool and gave up so fast? Because he's the dominant. I was just kidding myself thinking that he would be like me and be unable to work. If you sit there and hike up your skirt a little so it's really high, and oh god, it's so hot. You just can't just stare at him. You've just got to be overtly sexy. I'm just giving her things to try, that's all. Obviously. It was stupid of you to even think you would beat me. You can't even think straight when I wear different clothes. Of course I would win. Ugh. I didn't like it, but he was right. Well, that's just because I had never seen you in such casual clothes before. And then, we are in this office together. Alone. I got alone. We'd been in this office together alone before last night, but... Oh, before 4 late nights. I saw nights, and I was like, last nights? And I was like, wait, we were before late? Wait. Because I can't read. For some reason, I was just more embarrassed today than usual. It might be his clothes, but I just can't stop thinking about what Mr. Saijo told me. And then do you think you'll be able to keep on doing this? We're going to be seeing each other on weekends more often. Huh? I blushed red and he looked at me quizzically. I'm like, I mean, not at work, I hope. Why does that shock you? It's just that... Are you saying we're going to go on dates on the weekends from now on? On the weekends he works crazy hours, and even on days off he still comes in. Is he really going to start taking some time off from work to be with me? How romantic! If you don't want to, then let's just use that time to work. If you need to work, then that's okay, but it'd be nice to do something outside of work, too. It was a joke. But it's not all that bad coming in here on weekends and working with you. Because we get to be together and work at the same time? That, yeah, and nobody's here. We can do things we wouldn't be able to do on weekdays. He smiled devilishly, as if he were scheming something up. It's office lovers. I want to be loved in the office. Just for referential purposes, may I ask what kinds of things you had in mind? You're just going to ask? How boring. He grabbed my arms and pulled me to him. Sexy time music? Let me show you instead. Let me show you. We already read that. He forcefully pulled me into his arms. He pressed his lips to mine and nibbled on my lip. I'd gotten so used to this that my body just naturally relinquished itself to him. Our hot bodies pressed together like this caused me to twist my body into his. She sounds more like she's like than anything else. He gave a faint smile and my body immediately responded, heating up. We're at the office. We shouldn't be doing this. But then why is my body begging for more? It's all of us being like, just fucking do him in the office already. Embarrassed, I began to push against him. No. As if he were telling me I was his prisoner, his tongue entered my mouth. That always sounds so awkward. I'm done with her moaning. It's weird. It's so hot and so agonizing all at the same time. I can't stand it any longer. The kiss began to ramp up in its intensity, and I beat against his chest. Oh my God, girl, stop. Our lips parted momentarily, and I pushed him off, my breathing ragged. I couldn't breathe. So, kissing in the middle of an empty office. Thoughts? Gets you more excited than usual, doesn't it? Even so, that kiss was too much. Oh my God. Okay. You don't protest enough when they're doing things like that they shouldn't be doing, but at this point, he's your boyfriend, and now you're like, and you're always whining at him. Why? This is like the one path I was looking forward to, and he's a sadistic motherfucker, but I love it. And she's like, oh my God, and she's just so whiny. Why is she so whiny? Like, see? She doesn't like it either. It's annoying. My legs always feel weak after a kiss with him, but today was so much more intense. I feel like I may never come down off this high. Well, you ruined it for the rest of us. It may be a weekend, but it doesn't mean that nobody will come in. Let me go. Your words say no, but your body is saying something quite different. Look, you've been gripping my clothes, holding on for dear life. He's right. My now powerless fingers were grabbing his shirt. If I hadn't been clinging onto him, I may have actually crumpled to the floor. You always forced me to kiss you like this, regardless of whether it was a work day or not. What was that? You want more? I'm sorry. That was wrong of me. She's like a domestic abuse victim all of a sudden now. You always forced me to kiss you like this. You want more? No, please don't. I'm sorry. What the fuck is happening? Her reactions are just... they're just all wrong. They're all wrong in every sense. Like, always wrong. No, don't. Stop. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. And then 2 seconds later, oh my God, I love him. He's so hot and sexy. But you just were screaming no the whole time you... wait, what? Are you in love with them or not? Like, I mean, I get it. Just because you're in love with someone doesn't give them the right to inappropriately touch you. But, like, I'm just confused as to her motives. Like this. Yeah. I don't want you to kiss me in the office. Please don't hurt me. What the fuck? Girl, you got some problems. She's got, like, a million problems. I fumbled through an apology. Mr. Kaito smirked. I mean, he's still an asshole, but, like, you know this by now. You're invested in this relationship where he's the dominant and you're the submissive. So I guess apologizing to him is the right thing to do. I don't know. I didn't read the contract that she obviously signed. Like, to date him. I mean, be abused by him. I mean, date with quotes around it, him. Don't worry. There's no way we're going to be spotted today. How are you so sure? I just met with Mr. Saijo just around the corner. After he'd done his work outside the office, he may come back. Or maybe even someone else. It's fine. I've already made sure no one is coming into the office today. I called every single person and told them not to come in so I could bang you on the desk. Thorough, I appreciate that. I told Saijo not to come either. You thought he might come back after his work is done, didn't you? Well, yes, but did Mr. Kaido really know about... Yeah, I know. It was as if he'd been reading my mind. I swallowed thickly. What? You met with Saijo before, right? I can pretty much guess what you two talked about. But, you want me to say it? No, I'm okay. I shook my head furiously and his mouth twisted into a smirk. Mr. Saijo told me to keep it a secret. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep secrets from Mr. Kaido. Now do you get it? We're alone and no one is coming. Oh wait, that's not supposed to be me. Now do you get it? We're alone and no one's coming. Well, no one else, except for maybe us. That's all I'm saying. He tightened his grip around me and brought our faces close again. My world became nothing but his gorgeous features, and it felt like my heart would burst. See, like she was just all angry and antsy and weird, and now she's like, oh, her reactions, again, just, I don't know. Yeah, I see that now. This is dangerous. Mr. Kaido, could you let me go now? Why? I still have work to do, and I don't want to cancel our dinner plans. You think you can work like this? All tangled up in each other? We finally got you standing. But you can't do it alone, can you? And with that last kiss... He tilted his head and pressed his lips to my ear. You can't stand it anymore, can you? That's not... Stop being stubborn. Your body is heated up so much. No! When he stares at me with those eyes! I recalled our passionate kiss moments ago, and his hand began to crawl up my body. My mind had shut down. I couldn't think about anything else. Can't finish your work now, can you? There's something seriously wrong with all these men that they just want to do it in the office, but at the same time, there's something wrong with me, because I'm like, do it in the office! Let's save that dinner for another day. As if lulling in a selfish child, he softly rubbed my back. Against my better judgment, my eyes began to cloud with passion. I'd been so excited for that dinner date with him, though. Oh, we're going to have dessert right now on the desk. But now I can barely open my mouth to protest. You'd been fighting it for so long. It looks like you've finally come around. You want to be touched by me so badly you can't even stand it. Be a good girl. Tell me you want me and I might be nice enough to touch you. Anywhere you'd like. Damn. Touched anywhere I want. I hope you're touching me every fucking where you possibly can when we have sex, because otherwise that's just weird. And it wouldn't be any fun. Still wrapped up in the heat of the moment, I thought on his words. He'd touch me wherever I want? Okay, please don't make me read this. I want you to touch me. Don't make me read it. Good girl. He pushed me against the desk and he laid on top of me. This is your treat for being so good. I'll touch you as much as you want. This is so awkward. How? The good ending is so much, like, steamier than the best ending. You're like, oh, dear God, I can't. No one is going to bother us. I nodded my head limply. I couldn't even see the office anymore. My world was entirely him. He was in front of me. At that moment, that's all I needed. Today, in this lonely office, I'm gonna torture you as much as I want. Jesus! That was so much better than the rest of the that was so much better than the best ending. The best ending is like, oh, we end up in the hotel sexy, and then this was like, Jesus! So we'll do the sequel and the date scenario in the next part, because this part's over, so. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this part up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.